Anthony Quinn was more than a Hollywood star. He was a living testament to resilience, artistry, and authenticity. Born Manuel Antonio Ralpho Quinn Ojeda in 1915 in Chihuahua, Mexico, Quinn's life journey from poverty to international acclaim mirrors the grit, passion, and determination he brought to the screen. Over decades, he transformed himself into one of cinema's most dynamic performers, known for his emotional intensity and ability to embody complex characters. Quinn's story is not merely about stardom, but about a man who fought against adversity, embraced his cultural heritage, and pursued multiple creative passions simultaneously. From painting and sculpting to writing and acting, he lived fully and with conviction. His reflections late in life on peers, such as Charles Bronson, reveal a depth of understanding, respect, and humanity that transcended Hollywood's superficiality, offering insights into the essence of strength, survival, and the artistry of masculinity. Early life and hardship. Anthony Quinn was born into a life of hardship, the son of a Mexican father of Irish descent and a Mexican mother. His family moved to Los Angeles, where poverty defined his early years. As a young man, Quinn worked grueling jobs in boxing, construction, and general labor to support his family, experiences that would later inform the authenticity of his screen performances. Growing up in an environment of scarcity taught him perseverance, resilience, and the value of hard work. These formative years instilled in him a gritty realism that he carried into his craft, allowing him to portray characters with depth and sincerity. While the circumstances were challenging, they also shaped his identity, fostering a drive to transcend limitations and a profound appreciation for the struggles of ordinary people, which became a hallmark of his acting style and personal worldview. Discovery and artistic influence. A turning point in Quinn's life came when he studied art and architecture under the legendary Frank Lloyd Wright. Wright immediately recognized Quinn's expressive power and encouraged him to explore acting, a suggestion that would change the course of his life. This mentorship allowed Quinn to see the intersection of creativity, discipline, and self-expression as a vehicle for personal transformation. Studying under Wright not only refined his understanding of form and emotion, but also reinforced the idea that true artistry required authenticity and emotional honesty. Quinn embraced this philosophy, channeling his life experiences into his performances. The influence of Wright and his early artistic training provided Quinn with a foundation that enriched his screen presence, enabling him to create characters that were both larger than life and deeply human, bridging the worlds of visual and performing arts with remarkable sensitivity. Early career struggles. Quinn's entry into Hollywood during the 1930s and 1940s was marked by years of marginal roles and stereotypical casting, as the industry often typecast him due to his ethnic background. Despite these obstacles, he maintained focus and determination, gradually earning roles that allowed him to showcase his emotional range. These years of struggle were formative, teaching him patience, resilience, and the value of persistence in a competitive and often unwelcoming industry. Quinn's ability to transform limited opportunities into meaningful performances demonstrated not only talent, but also intelligence and strategic awareness. By enduring the early struggles and rejecting superficial portrayals, he developed a style rooted in authenticity and depth, laying the groundwork for the iconic roles that would define his career. These experiences also instilled in him a sense of humility and empathy for those facing systemic barriers in entertainment. Breakthrough and Oscar recognition. Anthony Quinn's breakthrough came in the early 1950s with performances that revealed extraordinary emotional depth, earning him 2 Academy Awards. He won his first Oscar for Viva Zapata in 1952 and a second for Lust for Life in 1956. becoming the first Mexican-born actor to receive such honors. These milestones were not merely professional achievements, but symbolic victories for representation and perseverance. Quinn's portrayals combined intensity, vulnerability, and authenticity, setting a new standard for complex male characters in Hollywood. These successes also marked his transition from struggling actor to international star, opening doors to a wider variety of roles and collaborations. Beyond accolades, the awards affirmed Quinn's commitment to creating characters that resonate with humanity and truth, solidifying his reputation as a versatile actor capable of commanding the screen while conveying profound emotional realism. Iconic roles and cinematic legacy. Quinn reached iconic status with films such as Zorba, the Greek, 1964, which captured his embodiment of joy, resilience, and the raw passion of life. Over a career spanning more than 150 films, he portrayed a wide range of characters, from the commanding Omar in Lawrence of Arabia to the tenderly complex Zorba. He brought dignity, nuance, and depth to roles often reduced to stereotypes, transforming Hollywood's perception of masculinity and ethnic identity. His approach combined physicality, emotional vulnerability, and charisma, creating unforgettable cinematic moments. Beyond acting, Quinn flourished as a painter, sculptor, and writer, expressing the same intensity and sensitivity that characterized his screen work. This multifaceted creativity reinforced his legacy as not only an actor, but an artist, demonstrating that true artistry transcends mediums, and that personal experience, struggle, and authenticity are central to enduring influence in any creative field. Reflections on Charles Bronson. Late in life, Anthony Quinn reflected candidly on his contemporary Charles Bronson, revealing insight and admiration rather than rivalry. Quinn recognized Bronson as a kindred spirit, another man forged by poverty, hardship, and the need for self-preservation. He admired Bronson's quiet intensity, sparse dialogue, and the power of commanding a scene without elaborate expression, seeing strength in restraint and silence. Quinn understood that Bronson's guarded demeanor was a survival mechanism, a way to retain personal control in an industry eager to shape masculine images into predictable forms. By appreciating Bronson's authenticity, Quinn emphasized a shared respect for honesty, realism, and the lived experience of struggle. His reflections highlighted a profound understanding of the human condition, suggesting that true power lies not in domination or theatrics, but in self-awareness, discipline, and the ability to convey depth through subtlety. Personal life and relationships. Quinn's personal life was as intense and multifaceted as his screen presence. He experienced long marriages, numerous affairs, and deep familial devotion, reflecting a restless and passionate nature. His relationships, marked by both loyalty and betrayal, mirrored the complexities of his characters, balancing love and conflict, connection and independence. While he celebrated family, his personal choices often brought turbulence, underscoring the challenge of reconciling creative ambition with personal stability. These experiences enriched his understanding of human emotions, enabling him to infuse performances with authenticity. Even in times of personal upheaval, Quinn maintained a commitment to exploring depth in his roles and in his own life, demonstrating that the human experience is inherently complex and that art often mirrors the struggles and triumphs encountered in reality. Later, life and retreat from Hollywood. In his final years, Anthony Quinn withdrew from Hollywood to the tranquility of Bristol, Rhode Island, seeking peace and reflection. Overlooking Narragansett Bay, he embraced solitude and simplicity, finding balance after a life defined by intensity and public scrutiny. This retreat allowed him to focus on personal passions such as painting and writing, and to reflect on the legacy of both himself and peers like Charles Bronson. Quinn's withdrawal was not retreat from relevance, but a conscious choice to prioritize well-being, introspection, and authenticity. He passed away on June 3, 2001, at the age of 86, leaving behind a monumental legacy shaped by struggle, triumph, creativity, and humanity. His final resting place, beneath a maple tree in his own backyard, symbolized a life lived fully, deeply connected to the earth and to the values of sincerity, resilience, and enduring self-expression that defined him both on and off the screen. Legacy and lasting influence. Anthony Quinn's legacy is one of perseverance, versatility, and uncompromising authenticity. Through decades of film, he challenged Hollywood's limitations on ethnicity, masculinity, and character complexity, proving that actors could portray emotional truth while captivating audiences. His influence extends beyond acting into painting, sculpting, and writing, reflecting a boundless commitment to creative expression. Quinn's reflections on Charles Bronson and other contemporaries underscore his understanding of human resilience, the artistry of restraint, and the importance of personal integrity in an industry often driven by superficiality. Today, Quinn is remembered not only as a cinematic icon, but as a cultural figure whose life embodies struggle, artistry, and humanity. His career serves as an enduring testament to the power of authenticity, demonstrating that personal experience, emotional depth, and creative courage leave a legacy that resonates long after the final scene fades.